Hello, this is Janila, the person behind Crafty Crochet Castle, and in this video I'll show you the pattern to crochet the heart in a bird applique. This is a no-sew pattern and the tutorial is beginner friendly. I would rate the difficulty of this project as intermediate. These appliques have several uses, and with a heart in the center of it, these are perfect for Valentine's Day. I hope you will crochet this along with me. To crochet these appliques, I'm using worsted weight yarn in 3 colors. This is 100% acrylic yarn in the colors white, red and yellow. This is a scrap yarn project, so tiny amount of yarn will do for this project. I'm using 5mm crochet hook and a 3.75mm crochet hook along with scissors, yarn needle. The optional materials are eyes, so you can use either safety eyes or embroidery thread and needle. Gauge is not a critical factor in this project, but make sure to choose a hook size that is recommended for your yarn weight and a hook size that is several sizes smaller than the recommended weight for your legs. Now let us get started working on our applique. We'll be crocheting the heart first, so I'm taking my red yarn over here. You can use any color yarn as per your preference. So for this pattern, we'll be starting off with a magic circle. If you prefer not to work with a magic circle, you can always do chain 2 and work your round 1 stitches in the second chain from the hook. Now let me show you how to do a magic circle. To do a magic circle, you can hold the yarn like this with the tail in the front, and you can wrap the yarn around your 2 fingers once and cross it over at the point where both the yarn meets. Next, pinch at this point, carefully take your 2 fingers out and you have a little loop over here. Now insert your hook inside the loop, yarn over and bring a loop. This yarn is from the skein end. So now I will carefully take all my fingers out and hold everything in place over here. And make sure the loop on the hook is not too loose or not too tight, and it's of the correct tension over here. Now you can yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. So there we have made our magic circle. This ring is adjustable and we'll be working around 1 stitches inside this little ring. So now let's get started working on our pattern. So first I will do chain 2. To do a chain, I'll yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. So there we made 1 chain. I'll make 1 more chain over here. So now the pattern calls for 2 double crochet inside the ring. To do a double crochet, I'll yarn over, insert my hook inside the ring, yarn over and pull up a loop. So I have a total of 3 loops on the hook. I'll yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. So now I have 2 loops remaining. I'll yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. This stitch is called as the double crochet. Now I'll be making 1 more double crochet in here. After completing 2 double crochets, let's work 2 half double crochet inside the ring. To do a half double crochet, I'll yarn over, insert my hook inside the ring, yarn over and bring up a loop. So I have a total of 3 loops on the hook. This is similar to a double crochet, but instead of yarning over and pulling through 2 loops at a time, I'll yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So this stitch is called as the half double crochet. Half double crochet is slightly smaller than the double crochet. Now I'll do 1 more half double crochet here. After completing 2 half double crochets, I'm going to do a chain here and a double crochet inside the ring. This double crochet is the bottom tip of our heart over here. So now we'll be following the same pattern on the other side but in the reverse order. So we'll do chain 1, 2 half double crochets, two double crochets, followed by chain 2 and a slip stitch inside this magic circle. To do a slip stitch, I'll be inserting my hook inside the loop, yarn over and bring a loop, and I will bring this loop through the loop on the hook. So there we have completed our round one. Now it does not look like a heart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the tail and pull it. When you pull it, this ring is getting smaller and smaller, and it forms the shape of the heart. After completing round one, I'm not going to close this magic circle completely because we'll be working 2 stitches from our round 2 inside this magic circle. So at this point, we can finish off our red color yarn over here. To finish it off, I'm going to leave a tail and I'm going to trim the yarn over here. Next, I'm going to grab this tail. Make sure you do not get mixed up with the magic circle tail. Next, I'll yarn over, pull through the loop on the hook all the way through, and you can pull this tight so that our finishing is done. So there we have completed round one and we have formed a little heart over here. Now let's work on round two. So for round two, I'm taking my white yarn over here. I will do a slip knot first. This is optional. You can join the yarn directly on a project. So now I'm going to take my round one, and inside this magic circle over here, after the last stitch, I'll be joining this white yarn with a slip stitch. To do so, I'll be inserting my hook inside this ring after the last stitch, and I will yarn over and bring a loop of this white yarn, and I will bring it through the loop on the hook. By doing a slip knot, our stitch will be a little more secure. Now let's start working on round two. For round two, I will do chain 3 here. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Now I will do one more double crochet inside the magic circle. So these are the 2 stitches that I'll be working inside a magic circle. So after this, we can pull our magic circle tail to close this opening over here, and you can secure it with a knot. I'll be securing it with a knot at the end of the project. I'm just tightening this up. So now let's continue working on our round. So now we have done 2 chains over here. This is our first chain and this is our second chain. Make sure not to get confused with our magic circle knot over here, but just count the 2 chains. So I will skip the first chain, and in the second chain over here, I will do a single crochet. To do a single crochet, I'll be inserting my hook inside this chain. I'll be making sure to insert inside the 2 loops like this of the chain. I will yarn over and pull up a loop. Now I have 2 loops on the hook. I'll yarn over and pull through both the loops. This stitch is called as the single crochet. Now in the next stitch over here, there is a double crochet. I will be doing 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So I will do 1 single crochet here and another single crochet in the same stitch. Now in the next stitch, I will do 1 single crochet. In the next stitch over here, that is on top of our half double crochet, I'll be working 1 half double crochet. Now in the next stitch, on top of the next half double crochet, I'll be doing 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. So now we'll be at the chain over here. I will be skipping this chain, and in the next stitch, which is the double crochet, I will do 1 single crochet. So now again we are at the halfway point. So we'll be doing these stitches but in the reverse order. So I will be skipping the next chain, and in the next stitch I will do 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. Followed by 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, followed by 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and 2 single crochet in the next stitch. So now once again we are back to the chain 2 over here. So in the first chain I will do 1 single crochet. Once again, I'm trying to insert in the 2 loops of this chain over here. And then we are going to skip the next chain, and on top of the chain 3 that we did at the beginning of the round, I will join with a slip stitch. So carefully count your chains over here, and in the 3rd chain I will insert my hook, yarn over and bring a loop through the chain and through the loop on the hook. Round 2 will have a total of 17 stitches, and we have a little heart inside a circle over here. For round 3, I will start off with chain 2 here and a half double crochet in the same stitch. So this is on top of the chain 3 of round 2. So over here I will do a half double crochet. The chain 2 of this round is to be counted as a half double crochet. Now in the next stitch I will do 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. Now I'll do a half double crochet in the next stitch, followed by 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, followed by 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Two half double crochet in the next stitch, followed by 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Now at this point we'll be crocheting our legs over here. So I'm going to take out my 5mm crochet hook and I'm going to switch to a smaller hook. Here I'm using 3.75mm crochet hook. So now to crochet the legs, I'll do chain 3 and chain 2. So we do a total of 5 chains here. So now in the second chain from the hook, so that is, this is the first chain and this is the second chain from the hook. Here I will do 1 slip stitch and I will do 1 slip stitch in the next chain. Now I will do chain 2 again and a slip stitch in the second chain from the hook and a slip stitch in the same stitch over here. Now we have 2 chains remaining over here. I will do 1 slip stitch in the remaining 2 chains. So now I'm going to switch my hook back to my regular 5mm crochet hook. So now I will do 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. And we'll be crocheting our second leg over here. So once again, I'm going to switch my hook to a smaller hook. And I will do chain 3 plus 2, that is a total of chain 5. And a slip stitch in the second chain. And in the next chain. So if you would like, you can mark this chain over here because we'll be doing 1 more slip stitch in the same chain over here. I'm just going to proceed without using a stitch marker, but you can use it if you find that more convenient. So now I will do chain 2 again, a slip stitch in the second chain from the hook, and in this chain over here. Now we have 2 chains remaining. I will do 1 slip stitch in each of these chains. So once when we completed our legs, I'm going to take my hook out and go back to my 5mm crochet hook. So now let's continue working on our round. So I will do a half double crochet in the next stitch, followed by 2 double crochet in the next stitch, so there's 1 double crochet, and here's my second double crochet, followed by 1 double crochet in the next 2. Now in the next stitch over here, we'll be doing a double crochet, followed by the tail. For the tail, I will do chain 3 here. We'll be using the same 5mm hook here, and I will do a double crochet in the post of the previous double crochet. So this is the previous double crochet. When we work around like this by inserting a hook like this, we'll be working on the post. So I will do a double crochet over here, that is, I'll yarn over, insert my hook inside the stitch like this, yarn over and bring up a loop, and I will do the double crochet like how I would normally do, and then I would do chain 3, and I will do a slip stitch in the post of the stitch, that is in the same place where we did our double crochet. So there we have crocheted our tail over here. Now in the same stitch of round 2, I will be doing 1 more double crochet. So there is our little tail. So now in the next 2 stitches, I'll be doing 1 half double crochet each. So now we have worked on all the stitches of our round 2. So when we are at this point, I will do a slip stitch in top of the chain 2 that we did here. So this is how our bird will look at the end of round 3. Now let's crochet round 4. In this round, we'll be crocheting it halfway over here, and we'll be crocheting our head. So now I will do a slip stitch in the next 4 stitches over here. So now I'm going to skip my next stitch. So this is the next stitch. I will be skipping this stitch, and in this next stitch I will be working 10 double crochet in the same stitch. After completing 10 double crochet in the same stitch, our project will look like this. Now I will skip the next stitch, and on the next stitch I will do a slip stitch, and we can finish it off over here. There is a little bird over here. Now let's crochet the beak. For the beak, I'm using a yellow yarn here. So now I'm going to take my yellow yarn. I'll do a slip knot here, and I will be joining this yarn in the 8th DC over here. So let's count our double crochet, and at the 8th double crochet I'll be inserting my hook, and I will attach this yarn. So now let us crochet our beak directly over here. So for that I will do chain 1. I will crochet a picot stitch. To do so, I will do chain 3, and a slip stitch in the third chain from the hook. So this is the first chain, this is the second, and this is the third chain. Here I will do a slip stitch. Now I will do a single crochet in the next chain over here. And I will join with a slip stitch in the next DC. So we have completed our beak. You can finish it off over here. We would only need a very tiny amount of the yellow yarn over here. So this is an example of a perfect scrap yarn project. So there we have crocheted our heart in a bird applique. Now let me show you how to weave in the tails. To weave in the tail, I'll thread the tail in a yarn needle. So this is the magic circle tail. First, let me show you how to close off this magic circle. So make sure you grab the magic circle tail and pull tight to close the opening and secure it with a knot. This is to prevent our magic circle from opening up. So once when you secure it with a knot, now we can weave it in. To weave it in, I'm always using the wrong side here. So this is the right side of the project and this is the wrong side. In this wrong side, I'll be inserting my needle inside the loops over here. You can insert it in any loops as you'd prefer. Make sure you're inserting it into only the loops and not into the entire stitch. If you notice, our needle is not visible on the right side. So once when you do so, you can just pull the needle and you can weave it in few more stitches as well. You can go in a circle, straight, zigzag, up to down, in any manner as you prefer. And once when you weaved it in enough distance in one direction, you can turn your work and weave it in the other direction. This time you can grab a different set of loops. So once when you think you have weaved in enough, you can take the needle out, stretch out the piece so that our project is not snug here, and then you can trim it off over here. In the same manner, weave in all the other tails and I'll meet you after I weave it in. This is how the project will look after weaving in all the ends. You can block this if you would prefer that as well. If you would like to attach eyes to the project, you can attach it in between the 5th and 6th double crochet over the head towards the beginning of the stitch. You can embroider eyes or use wiggly eyes or a piece of black felt and glue it onto the project as well. Or you can leave the project without attaching the eyes. Here I have crocheted one more bird in different colors over here. I'm going to leave this project without attaching the eyes. I hope you enjoy crocheting this bird along with me. Please show your support by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.